My mother introduced me at the gallery as my daughter who works with her hands. The art collectors smiled politely. One woman asked what I made. Mom laughed and said, "Oh, nothing you'd hang in a place like this." I was standing 3 feet from my own painting. It had sold that morning for $78,000. This was the opening night for Emerging Voices, the biggest contemporary art show in the Midwest. My mother had been bragging about attending for weeks. She didn't know I was in it. I left home at 19 to pursue art. She called it a hobby, said I needed a real career, stopped taking my calls when I refused business school. That was 11 years ago. I changed my last name, started signing my work as V. Marlowe instead of Vanessa Chen, built my portfolio in silence, sold my first piece at 23, my 10th at 26. By 30, galleries were calling me. Mom never asked what I was doing. She told relatives I worked in a studio somewhere, made it sound like a pottery class. Tonight she was here because her book club friend got VIP passes. She wore her best dress, took photos by the entrance, posted them online with the caption, "Supporting the arts." I stayed near the back wall, watched her move through the gallery. She stopped at my largest piece, a fractured mirror portrait titled Invisible. She stared at it for a long time. Her friend walked over. "That's the one everyone's talking about. V. Marlowe. Sold this morning before the doors even opened." Mom nodded. "It's striking. The artist is here tonight, apparently. Anonymous, though. Never does public appearances." I felt my heart racing. The gallery owner stepped onto the platform, tapped the microphone. "Before we close tonight, I want to recognize someone special. V. Marlowe has requested anonymity for years, but tonight, she's agreed to reveal herself. I didn't plan this. The owner had asked me that morning. I said no. Then I saw my mother's name on the guest list. I walked forward. Mom was looking at her phone, didn't see me coming. The owner gestured toward me. "Everyone, please welcome V. Marlowe." Applause filled the room. Mom's head snapped up. Her face went white. I walked onto the platform, stood under the lights. "Thank you all for coming," I said. "Art saved my life when the people I loved couldn't see me, so I stopped asking them to look." I met my mother's eyes across the room. This work is about invisibility, about being erased by proximity, about learning that being unseen is sometimes a gift. Mom was frozen. Her friend was whispering something. Mom shook her head. After the speech, people swarmed me. Business cards, interview requests, a museum curator from New York. Mom waited until the crowd thinned. Then she approached. "Vanessa," her voice cracked. "I had no idea." "I know. You should have told me." "I did. 11 years ago. You said I was wasting my life." She reached for my hand. I stepped back. "I'm your mother. I deserve to know about your success. You knew about my passion. You called it a phase." Her friend appeared beside her. "Mrs. Chen, I didn't realize Vanessa was your daughter. You must be so proud." Mom's smile was automatic. "Of course. Always have been." I felt something inside me go cold. "That's interesting," I said, "because 3 hours ago, you told someone my work was nothing they'd hang in a place like this." Mom's face flushed. I didn't know it was yours?" "Exactly." The gallery owner approached. "Ms. Marlowe, the buyer wants to meet you. He's interested in commissioning a series." I turned to leave. Mom grabbed my arm. "Please, can we talk? Maybe dinner this week?" I looked at her hand on my sleeve, then at her face. "You're invited to my solo exhibition in Chicago next month. It's called The Daughter Who Works with Her Hands. Front row seats. I'll have your name at the door." Her eyes filled with tears. "Thank you. Bring your book club. Tell them you always believed in me. Post the photos. Play the part." I pulled my arm away gently. "But you and I both know the truth. You loved the art before you knew it was mine. That's the only honest thing that happened here tonight." I walked away, heard her crying behind me, didn't turn around. The gallery owner handed me a glass of champagne. "Your mother?" "Was," I said. "Now she's just someone who likes my work." 2 weeks later, she sent flowers to my studio. The card said, "I'm sorry, I see you now." I donated them to a nursing home, because being seen after you've learned to see yourself doesn't feel like victory. It just feels like proof you never needed them in the first place.